beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. It has been about 75 years since I filmed. I haven't filmed anything since my book wrap-up for 2024 because life has been lifing. But we are here today to talk about my 2025-2026 curriculum choices for my two boys that will be entering first and second grade. So I have the subjects for my second grader, the subjects for my first grader, and then our group subjects. Let me pull up my notes so I make sure I don't forget anything. I do have everything purchased curriculum-wise so far except our Spanish. I know what we're using, but I just haven't purchased it yet. But without further ado, let's just do group subjects first because that's what I have right in front of me. So we're going to be doing a mix of Torchlight Curriculum and Ambleside Online, which is what we did this year. I really enjoyed adding the folk songs and handicrafts and poetry and artist study, composer study, all that stuff that Ambleside Online offers. I really enjoyed adding that to our homeschool now to give them more of a well-rounded curriculum. And then our main curriculum was the Torchlight. So this year we are doing level 0. Next year we will be doing level 1, Myth and Magic. And I am very excited to be doing this one. It's a journey through ancient civilization. So it's more history based, but it sounds so much fun. So this is I've only had the first term printed up so far because we got plenty of time to print the rest. So just at a glance, so week 1 will be prehistory and archaeology. And then week 2 is hunter and gatherers. Week 3 is Mesopotamia. Week 4 is United Egypt, so on and so forth. So this one is a lot more history based than their current one is. Their current one, level 0 that we're doing, is more geography based. So different parts of the world, you talk about them for a week, make a dish related to the week, and then move on. This one is going to be a lot more history heavy, which I'm very excited for. In addition to the main curriculum, we will also be creating our own book of myths. This isn't the whole, I didn't print everything out. I only printed the first few pages. But they're going to be creating their book of myth together. So it's a year-long, creative writing year-long project. For instance, they'll be picking a civilization, so they get to pick where on their globe they want their civilization to be. They get to create and name a god or goddess that they want to rule their people. Another one, landforms and waterways. So they have to decide whether they want mountains, valleys, volcanoes, all of that kind of stuff. So every week they add on something else to this book, and at the end they have like their own civilization and all that, and that just sounds so much fun to me. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. This definitely sounds a lot more fun than our current one. And then also they have their spell book. So every week we go over, they each get their own, and it's a vocabulary spell book. And let me just show you one of the pages. So it's a vocabulary word, the prefix, the root word, the suffix, what do you think it means, the actual definition, and then draw something that helps you remember the meaning of the word, use it in a sentence, synonyms, and antonyms. So every week they'll be picking a word from their vocabulary list that they can focus on, and they'll each be getting one of these. Each getting their own of these, and I think that the fact that it's called the spell book is just so much fun. So we're going to be talking about lots of myth and magic and fun stuff, if you ask me, as our main curriculum. And Torchlight is a literature-based secular curriculum. So I am super excited to get started on this. And in addition to that, obviously we need some spines. I have started collecting most of them. To start off, we have the Book of Gods. We have World Myths and Legends, and this one is 25 projects you can build yourself. So this one is going to be more of their like arts and crafts. Like for instance, make runic stones in a pouch. So it'll be like a fun little crafting activity. We have the Book of Goddesses. We have Stories of the Opera, where just like there's children's stories set to different opera tunes. The Ancient World Atlas. And then we also have A City Through Time. I do also need to purchase A Child Through Time. I just haven't found it. I've been purchasing my books through thrift books because, as we know, the retail cost of books these days are astronomical. So we also need A Child Through Time. I'm just waiting for it to pop up on thrift books. But yeah, so we have A City Through Time. And then When on Earth, history as you've never seen it before. So I'm very excited. I actually like learning about history, so I think the kids will enjoy it too, especially my eldest, because he loves asking why. Like, why do we do things this way and why is it that way? So I'm very excited to dive into Torchlight. I think it's going to be a blast, honestly. So in Torchlight, they give you a recommended science curriculum that you can purchase, and they also give you a discount code to do so. And they recommended Scientific Connections Through Inquiry Level 1. And it is a 36-week program. So some of the things they'll be talking about: sounds, vibration, and energy, identification of living things and why plants and animals live where they do, reading and drawing maps, what is a species, cardinal directions, magnetic fields, distinguishing between matter and energy, air pressure, adaptations and energy flow, a mixture of gases, adaptations and survival, evaporation and condensation, and landforms and climate. So they'll be learning lots of fun things. They do each also get their own booklet in addition to this as well. And then they'll have their own thing to go from there. So that is the science curriculum that we'll be using. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Torchlight is an all-encompassing curriculum where they have most of your subjects covered. So they have literature and poetry, writing and language arts, art and music, geography, history, and social studies. The only thing they don't have included is math. And then the science, you have the Scientific Connections Through Inquiry, and then myth and legends as well. So most of your subjects are covered if you choose to do Torchlight. And like I said, math is not included. So moving on to what we're using for math. So we are going to be doing Math with Confidence. So my eldest is going to be doing second grade. So I purchased the teacher's guide and the workbook, and they really do love learning math this way. You know, it's a lot more fun where you have games and books related to what you're learning for the week. And then my eldest isn't doing the first grade one right now, so I just had to buy a new workbook for my second child because he'll be doing first grade math next year. We actually might be starting each of the second and first grade at the end of this year because, as you know, Math with Confidence only has 32 weeks worth of lessons and our school year is 36 weeks. So as of right now, we took a week off of math for this week, and then a previous week too, we took a week off of math. So we might be doing like 2 weeks worth of math in their new levels, but we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. All right, next up, we have Fix It Grammar from the IEW. So we have a level 1 for my younger son, and then level 2, Town Mouse and Country Mouse for my eldest son. As you can see, I haven't even opened these yet, so I'm not really sure what all they entail, but I am excited to start diving more into grammar for them. I know with Ambleside Online is more Charlotte Mason, and Charlotte Mason doesn't teach grammar until the 4th grade, I think it is, but I personally think it's not ever too early to start. Next up, we have handwriting. So my younger son is just going to keep printing. His handwriting has gotten a lot better from the beginning of this year until now. And then my eldest is going to start learning cursive. So this is going to be his little workbook for next year. And then moving on to our language arts curriculum. Like I said, Torchlight does include some language arts, but it's more like books and literature and stuff like that, and not necessarily like the rules of English and stuff like that. So for our language arts, we are going to be using Foundations Level B and Level C. I watched about 50 videos to figure out which level my sons would be at, depending on what they knew. I came to Level B and C. I hope that ends up being correct. It seems like level A would be way too easy for my rising first grader. So that's why I was like, I think he can handle level B. And they also came with readers So these are the readers for level C, and then these are the readers for level B. So they each come with their own readers, and they also come with, oh, these are also readers for level B. And then they also come with Beyond the Sounds of ABC. So I don't know which one's which, but one's for level B and one's for level C. So we also have these guys as well. And then last thing would be Spanish. We are going to be doing the Beautiful Mundo level 2 for Spanish. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I just haven't purchased it yet. But that's going to be the Spanish that we're going to be using. We're using level 1 right now, and the kids really love it. So moving forward, we're going to be doing level 2. And I think
they will also be learning Arabic still as well.
Yeah, that is everything that we're going to be doing. These are our curriculum choices for our 2025 to 2026 school year. Please let me know what you guys are using down below, or if you have any questions, I can try to get around to them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited to be wrapping up this school year and start planning another school year. I feel like every homeschooling mom knows that itch where you're just like, okay, I just want to be done already so we can start something new and exciting. But I'm glad I have everything purchased now. Because last year or beginning of this year, I didn't have anything ready to go till like 2 weeks before we started school because I was so undecided on what I wanted us to do that it wasn't until like 2 to 3 weeks before we started school that I actually had everything bought and ready to go. So I'm so glad that everything's done. I don't have to worry about it. And we can just relax from now until, well, we have to finish up this school year and then just relax until the next school year starts. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.